Good morning, college math students. This is Mr. Unruh, and it is Monday morning, April 20th. Just want to go over a little bit about class again. Hope everyone is doing well. And amidst the stay-at-home order, I'm sure many of you are working part-time. Some of you may be working a little bit more, a little bit less. Hopefully, you are continuing strong with all of your schoolwork. And so this week, April 20th, for the week of the 20th through the 26th, okay, we are looking at um, 11.4 part 4 average daily balance. And in just a moment, okay, in a couple minutes, I'll go through how to do the first problem um, that of the three that are assigned to you on the worksheet that's given. So again, 11.4 part 4 average daily balance. I will do the first problem. There are also two other problems which are on Schoology. Okay, so here's a real quick slide on that. So I'm going to ask you to do question 2 and question 3 from 11.4.4 part 4 average daily balance. The worksheet is on Schoology. I've also, under the folder for this week, under the assignments and assessments folder, question 2 and question 3 are on Schoology. Okay, so you can simply go through those problems, put your answers on Schoology, return it to me in order to get credit for it. There is also an assessment, a short quiz. This one has 6 questions. And all you need to do again is finish that by Sunday night, April 26th, which is next Sunday night. Okay, that is what you should be doing this week. Questions 2 and 3 from 11.4 part 4 average daily balance. I will give you or show you how to go through question 1, question 2, and question 3 are very similar to that. As far as retakes go on Schoology, again, there is a folder for retakes. Many of you have taken advantage of but I have put all of the tests from third quarter onto Schoology. Okay, all of them are there. Initially, the first week or two, I had 11.1, 11.2, and 11.3. All of the tests for all of the assessments for third quarter, they are all on Schoology. Okay, so if for some reason you missed a day and you didn't make up that test and you need to make up that test, okay, if you have a 0 for a given assessment, you can simply go on to under the retakes folder, take the retake that is on Schoology, okay? You get 2 opportunities to do that. If you already took the test, but you didn't score well or score well enough, okay, you can do a retake. And you can do the retake up to 2 different times, okay? Whatever the highest grade is, that's what I will put into the grade book, okay? Now, if you took the test and you even did a retake during third quarter, okay, I'm still allowing you, if you weren't happy with your retake grade or the first grade, the best of those, and you want to do a retake again, you can, okay? And you can do the retake up to 2 different times. The highest score is what will go in the grade book. So if you have an 80% now in the grade book, you want to do one of the retakes and try and get 100%, that's fine. If you end up with a 50% or 60% on the retake, the 80% stays in the grade book, okay? And your grade then for the end of the year will be your third quarter grade, okay? So whatever grade you have at the end of third quarter will be your grade at the end of the year, unless, okay, unless, and it's a big unless you are doing work during fourth quarter. Okay, your third quarter grade will not decrease. It can only increase. And it will increase based on how much work you do and how many of the quizzes, assessments you do each week. If you are doing your work each week and you're achieving satisfactorily on the quiz at the end of the week, you can earn up to an additional 2 percentage points on your grade. So if you were to have, say, for example, an 85 at the end of the third quarter, which is a solid B, and 5 of the 7 weeks in fourth quarter, you do the work, you understand it, and you do okay, well enough on the quizzes or the assessments at the end of each week. 5 weeks times 2 percentage points each week is 10. 10 percentage points gets added to your grade. The 85 becomes a 95. So you go from having a solid B to having a solid A. Okay, so opportunity for you to easily move up from one grade to the next. Matter of fact, if you had a 77, if you think about this, if you had a 77, which is a C, and you do your work every week for the last 7 weeks of the fourth quarter, that's 7 times 2 is 14. 14 added to 77 is 91. You literally have the opportunity of going from a 77, a C, up to a 91, an A. Okay, so this is a very good opportunity for you. Hopefully, you are taking advantage of it. Again, all of the retakes, all of the tests, the retakes are on Schoology. If you haven't taken a test, take a retake. If you want to do a retake just to see if you can do better, do the retakes. Okay, that's what will affect your grade the most is the retakes. Okay, so now let's go to average daily balance. What I want to do is um, I want to take you to, let's see if I can, I'm just going to take you to my screen here and I'm going to get out of this. I want to go over here to Schoology. Okay. And again, on Schoology, here's what you probably should see. You may not see everything that I see on the right hand side, but when you go to your Schoology page, these various weeks under the week of April 20th, okay, um, there is assignments and assessments as there has been in the past. There's a PowerPoint, which is from the textbook 11.4. Average daily balance is about midway through the PowerPoint. I also have a key for the first question I'm going to go over right now and the average daily balance document. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this, what we're going to do. There's one, there's two, there are 3 questions on here. I'm going to walk you through how to do the first one right now. Questions again, questions 2 and 3 are for you to do as an assignment this week on Schoology. All right, so let me get to, here's the average daily balance. What I've done, okay, is just kind of pulled this out and put it on its own separate Word document with just one question. In last week, we looked at how to how to calculate the minimum monthly payment on a credit card. Okay, one of the things that a credit card company can do, and there's different ways, different percentages amounts that they will require you for a minimum monthly payment. There are also different interest rates that they will charge. Another method or a method that the credit cards and banks use for finding out how much money to was the average balance or is using the average balance over a given billing period. And so most people with a credit card, because people don't carry as much cash as they used to, as well as the various features that a credit card company offers as far as points, cash back. There's many advantages to actually using a credit card. And so, in a given billing period, a person may make several charges over the course of a month. And so, we see with this example that the balance on John's credit card account on July 1st The billing date was $375.80. The following transactions occurred during July. So he made a payment and he made three additional charges. Okay, so one method that the bank and or credit card company will use is what is called the average daily balance method. And that is what we're going to do at this time. The first part of this question says complete the table to help calculate the average daily balance. Okay, so at the bottom of this, my handout here, I've got little some asterisk points where it says steps. So a couple steps we want to follow. We want to start by finding the balance for a given period of time within within the billing period within the billing period. Okay, and so what I need to do, I know that to start, John's balance was $375.80. Okay, and so that's where it starts. I need to find the balance for any number of days or a period of time within this billing period. John on July 1st, the balance was 375 and 80 cents. On July 5th, he made a payment. All I'm going to do is take the 375.80 and we're going to subtract $150 and that comes out to be 225 and 80 cents. Okay, so John's new balance then after he makes his payment is becomes 300 and I made take that out of here. Let's delete those cells. So John, his new balance becomes $225.80. So then on July 10th, he makes a charge of $74.35. We need to add that to the 225 and 0.8 plus 74.35, and the total becomes 300.15. Okay, I'm going to go down then another charge for $123.50. We need to take the 300.15 and add to that $123.50. The total now becomes 423.65. We're going to go down here and we're going to take the 423.65 and add to that the 42.50, which is the additional purchase, and the new balance becomes 466 and 15 cents. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and highlight those. So that's the first thing that we need to do. We need to actually look at what is the balance for a given period of time. Now, we need to go back and we need to say what is or how many days, okay, how many days was the balance at a given period of time. So our next step is we want to make sure that we count the first day of the billing period, but not the last day. Okay, and so if what that's saying is if this billing period is July 1st, okay, it goes through, we're going to be asked to find what is the balance due on August 1st. So we're going to count July 1st, but do not count August 1st. And let's just put that in parentheses, count July 1st, but do not count August 1st. Okay, and that may be intuitive to you because if we do that, if we're counting the first, we're basically counting the first twice. But since we are asked to find a new balance due on August 1st, we want to make sure, and I just put that in ready, we want to make sure that we do not count that day twice. The very last step that we're going to do here is we need to multiply the balance, the number of days, by the balance for time frame. Okay. And so we need to go back here. Let's go back up to our table of values. Okay. And the number of days that the balance was at $375.80 was, again, we're going to start with July 1st. So that's July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So 4 days. We're going to come down here to the 225.80. So that payment that brought the balance down by $150 on July 5th. So we're going to count the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, which is 5 days. Okay. Again, we come down to the next one. There was a charge on July 10th. So we want to count the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. That is 8 days. Come down further. And on the 18th, charge of $123.50. And so the 18th up to the 28th, that is 10 days. And then on the 28th, the charge of $42.50 was made. And so for the 28th, the 29th, 30th, 31st, okay, and we're not counting August 1st, there's an additional 4 days. If you add all of them up, you get to a total of 31 days, which makes sense because there are 31 days in the month of July. So what we need to do now is we need to, I'm just want to, I'll leave that alone for now. I want to come over here to the balance times the days. Okay, so I'm going to take 375.8. I'm going to multiply that times 4, and that comes out to 1503.2. Okay, I just need to go along and do that for each of these 225.8 times and 5 days comes up to a total of 1129. Come down to the next one. I've got 300.15. I'm taking the balance for this time period, multiplying it times the number of days in that the balance was at this specific amount, and I get a total. And I forgot to put my equal sign in there. I have 2401.2. Come down, I have 423.65. Multiply that times 10 is equal to 4236.5. And then I have 466.15 times 4 days. And the total at this point is $1,864.60. I'm going to highlight all of these at the end here. And what we need to do is we take this total balance for each of these time periods. We're going to add those together. Okay, so at the bottom here in my total column, I want to add up all of these highlighted balances. And what I get is I get a grand total of $11,134.50. Okay, and so let's just highlight that. When I come down here, okay, to find what is my average daily balance, I'm going to take the $11,134.50 and I'm going to divide that by 31, which is equal to $359.18. Okay, so my average daily balance is $359.18. Right? So I'm going to just highlight a couple things right here. And so my answer for part A is $359.18. And that is probably the most calculations you have to do for all of this problem. All right, what I'm going to do next here for part B is find the finance charges, okay? And the finance charges are going to be average daily balance times interest rate. And the interest rate will be as a decimal. Okay, don't forget to do that. So all we need to do is we're going to take the $359.18 times 1.3% as a decimal is 0.013. Move the decimal two places to the left, which is the same as taking 1.3, dividing that by 100. And we come out with $4.67. Okay, so if the credit card company or bank is using the average daily balance method, under this scenario, John's finance charge for July would become $4.67. Okay, now that's part B. So, and I'll highlight that for you. Letter C says find a new balance due on August 1st. The new balance will be the the ending balance, simply plus finance charges. Okay, and so let me just highlight that. So it's going to be the ending balance. So in this case, okay, let me get my cursor at the right spot. In this case, it will be $466.15. Our finance charge is $4.67, and the grand total becomes $470.82. Let me put a couple of dollar signs in front of these numbers here. But your new balance August 1st, the balance that would be due, the total due is $470.82. And remember, last week we did minimum monthly payments, okay, which can be different, is different than the average daily balance method, okay? So the $470.82 would be the total amount due, okay? However, the credit card company may require only a minimum or a portion of that, but this would be the new balance moving forward for John on his credit card accounts, okay? So again, average daily balance, you need to figure out what the balance is for each specific time period or time frame within the billing period, the number of days that the credit card balance is at a specific amount during the billing period. Take that balance times the number of days, get a grand total, divide that by the total number of days in the billing period. That is your average daily balance. Multiply that times the interest rate, that's your finance charge. Take the finance charge, add that to the ending balance. That is your new balance starting the next month. Okay. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me either on Google Hangouts, send me an email. But otherwise, this is what you should be working on for this week. I did question 1, question 2, and question 3 are your responsibility, as well as an assessment at the end. Hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you again next week.